reaffirm the point that all mysticism is individualistic. There is no, slightest, concern about collectivity. Nothing of that kind. Each of us confront God individually. Each of us confront reality individually. Each of us confront ourselves individually. There is a verse in Quran. This I tell you to say that how far the translator has been from the depth of the worldview of mysticism. The gentleman Coleman Barks, we respect him a lot, but nevertheless we have to criticize him. This translation has been made under the modern, worldview. And because of that, collectivity is always praised. I am not saying that collectivity is bad, but what I'm saying is this, that in mysticism there is no place for collectivity. Individuality reigns supreme, is everything. There is a verse in Quran actually which our mystics have taken it as their motto. In Quran we will see in the chapter of Mary, remember, that لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا فُرَادًا, you come to us. This is about, of course, about the Day of Judgment. You come to us individually, not collectively. So that is in the chapter of Mary. لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا فُرَادًا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. We gave birth to you, we created you individually, and you will come back to us individually again. So everybody comes to God on the basis of his own deeds, on his own characteristics, and there is no, all connections, so to speak, are cut off from others. If you are the son of this, the daughter of that, the uncle of this, the friend of this and that, all these connections are cut off. You are absolutely individual, isolated, in order to face your God. Now, this is about the Day of Judgment, but according to the contemplatives, every day is the Day of Judgment. Every day is the Day of Judgment. You should not sit and wait for the Day of Judgment. That is for the ordinary people. They think that this life is different from the next life, and so God will come, on some fine day in order to grab us and so on and so forth. That is not the case. For a contemplative, these two lives are the same. God is everywhere, ever present, and we are confronting and facing him every day, encountering him every day. We are at his presence, and he is judging us every day and every moment. Individually, we are at his presence every moment, and every day is the Day of Judgment, and God is ever present. That is the case. Therefore, to understand the world, to capture the reality, to face God, to know him, to love him, all is individualistic. And mind you, even in the modern epistemology, love cannot be a collective thing. We cannot collectively, love something. Love is in depth absolutely individual, absolutely individual. You cannot rely on somebody. You cannot share your life with somebody else. Nothing of that kind. This is exactly like faith. Faith also is an individual thing. And I remember that I mentioned this the last session, and I am very glad to repeat it, to say that religion is collective, but faith is individual. Okay. Faith is a love work, and love is a faith work, and these two are very similar to each other, and all are individualistic and personal, if you like. So this bit, which is added by the respectable dear translator, nevertheless we have to be on our guard, which is not Rumi's anyway. In each of us, if each of us held a candle there, we could see it. Okay. Now what is this candle? No doubt that it is something which has to be added to the intellect in order for the intellect to become powerful, to cover and to comprehend the reality. That candle either is the revelation, according to Rumi, or love, which leads to revelation. So this revelation is a superior sense, according to Rumi, And Rumi is not shy to tell us that contemplatives actually receive revelations from God. There are no prophets, of course, but they receive revelations. And this revelation is something which does not come through our sensory organs, but that comes to us from an undescribable channel. This is actually what Rumi himself says. Bichun means something which we cannot describe its qualities. And it is undescribable, nevertheless it exists. And we receive the revelation. So we need a super sense, if you like, in order to understand and to comprehend and to overcome the shortcomings of the intellect, okay, and to reach certainty, and to reach the unity with the object of our knowledge. All these are means the candle. Now, let us, in order to have an idea of where the candle comes from, so let us read the second story about the Chinese and the Greek. This story about the Chinese and the Greek art, this also you would find it in Ghazali as well. And again, no doubt Rumi has taken it from him. And forget about the Chinese and the Greek and these contingencies and things, and just concentrate on the content and the meaning of the story. So we need somebody, a Chinese or a Greek, yeah, to read us, please. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, again, the story is very clear, and this is the story that tells you very clearly about the way in which or through which Sufis